are outside the embassy of a small Caribbean nation in Washington, D.C. on a warm summer evening. The police have cordoned off the building and are busy keeping the crowd back.
All right, stand back. You two, over there. Hey, where do you think you're going?
I'm Steve Austin, officer, on official business.
Oh, Colonel Austin, didn't recognize you.
I've been assigned to look into this thing.
Okay, Colonel, go right in. All right, folks, move along.
Oh, Steve, come on over here.
Hi, Oscar. What's it all about?
Steve, this is Police Commissioner Anderson. Let him fill you in.
Last night, we had a homicide at a small company called Caribbean Exports. An employee named Rodriguez found shot to death. We looked Rodriguez up, but found nothing on him.
What about Caribbean Exports?
It's a relatively new corporation with a branch in Haiti. Seems to be a legitimate trading company.
Sounds like a regular police matter to me.
That's what we thought until tonight.
Another man murdered?
A minor official of the embassy. Delaney's his name. Found dead under almost identical circumstances. Bullet probably from the same gun that killed Rodriguez. Got to be a connection between them.
It seems pretty obvious, but where do we come in?
NASA has been working with Navy on a new short-range underwater missile.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the project.
And we've been making arrangements with officials at this embassy for the use of their territorial waters for laying underwater cables and other things connected with the test launch.
And you think these murders may somehow be related to the missile project?
It's a possibility that we can't ignore. Delaney was the secretary of one of the men we're working with.
That's why I thought OSI should be called in.
To be on the safe side, Steve, I want you to go down to Haiti. You'll be an American businessman in the export-import line looking for new items to buy.
The next day, at a cafe in a small town on the south coast of Haiti, 3 executives of Caribbean Exports sit at a sidewalk table.
I still think it was a mistake.
So do I. There must have been some other way.
There's no other way. Rodriguez and Delaney had to be silenced before they talked to the authorities.
But murder? It would have been better to give them the bigger cut they wanted. There's plenty for everybody.
And the worst part is, and now we got the OSI looking into it. When I heard that from my embassy contact, I came right down here.
Listen, don't worry about it. Everything is go for tonight. The boat's in position and the diving equipment and divers are all set. The whole operation will be completed before they have a chance to find out what we're up to. And then we take off for Brazil with a cool $20 million.
$20 million? Yeah, that's cool.
Returning to their office, they are about to walk into the reception room when Breck grabs Maddox by the arm.
That man in there, that's Steve Austin, OSI.
Are you sure?
No mistake. I've seen him in Washington more than once.
All right, okay, just play it cool. I'll handle him.
Oh, Mr. Maddox, this gentleman has been waiting for you.
Well, how do you do? My name is Maddox, president of Caribbean Exports, and this is Mr. Breck and Mr. Ortez.
Glad to know you, Mr. Maddox. Gentlemen, I'm Steve Benson, purchasing agent for Texas Foods Incorporated. I'd like to talk to you about a sugar and coffee deal. You see...
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Benson. You came at a bad time. We're closing for the day.
Oh, that's too bad.
But tell you what, let's make it for tomorrow. We can have lunch together and talk business at the same time.
That'll be fine.
Say, just thought of something. If you're not busy this evening, how'd you like to attend a voodoo ceremonial worship?
Aren't those things supposed to be secret?
Sure, but I know Papa Mungo very well. He'll admit anyone I vouch for.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. When and where do we meet?
Well, there's a little square on the edge of town. Can't miss it. Make it at 9, and we'll go into the jungle. You're in for a real treat.
As Steve walks out, Maddox, Breck, and Ortez go into their office and shut the door.
Maddox, are you crazy? Tonight's the night we wrap up the whole thing.
Crazy like a fox. What better way to make sure that Austin is out of our way?
Back at his hotel, Steve calls Washington.
I think we're on the right track, Oscar. They're cooperating so nicely, though I got a feeling they might be onto me.
Be careful, Steve. If they know or suspect...
Don't worry, I can take care of myself.
Any idea of what they're up to? Who they're working for?
Not exactly, but I do know they've got a rented boat anchored out in the bay within easy range of the missile test area.
Well, Navy's ready. They'll wait for word from you.
It is 9 o'clock that night. Steve meets Maddox, who leads him along a narrow path into the jungle. Suddenly, they come to a clearing lit up by torches. In the center of a circle of worshippers stands Papa Mungo. Maddox goes to him.
This is the evil man I told you about. You know what to do?
Papa know what to do.
Benson, it's okay. Come, sit over here.
Fine.
The ritual drums set up a throbbing rhythm, and the ceremony picks up in intensity. Papa Mungo, as though in a trance, stands rigid in the center. eyes seemingly shut. Suddenly, he utters a piercing scream and starts a strange ritual dance. This is the cue for Maddox. He slips into the jungle, thinking that all eyes would be on the voodoo priest and that he couldn't be seen beyond the circle of torches. But he didn't count on the powerful vision of the bionic man.
Maddox, heading into the jungle, toward the beach. I got to follow him.
He starts to get up, but is restrained by two men beside him.
You no go.
Realizing the whole thing was a trap set for him, Steve breaks away from the two men. But in seconds, the whole circle is on him. And in the fight that follows, he is finally clubbed into unconsciousness. About an hour later, on board the chartered schooner South Seas, just off an uninhabited part of the coast.
The divers should be in the cabin by now.
Can't get this thing over too soon for me. Those OSI men breathing down my neck make me real nervous.
Never could figure out why they're involved in this, but it's the Haiti police I'm worried about even more.
Forget it. In an hour or less, we'll all be rich and on our way. Hey, there's a signal from the divers. Haul up the line.
In a short time, the objective of the whole operation sits on the deck of the schooner, an 18th century treasure chest from a sunken Spanish galleon.
Got it. It's open.
Look at that! $20 million worth of Spanish gold and jewels.
And it's all ours.
Beautiful.
Here come the divers. Give me a hand with them.
Toughest diving assignment I've ever had. Almost couldn't get in the cabin.
Yeah. Had to cut through some heavy cable wires blocking the entrance.
Cable wires? There shouldn't have been any cable wires down there. Last time you were down a month ago, the cabin door was clear.
Now I think I understand what's going on. Remember 2 weeks ago, a couple of U.S. Navy and research boats in the area? They must be planning some test or something right here. That would explain why the OSI is involved.
OSI? That's something I didn't figure on. Listen, Maddox, just give me and Joe our share. We're getting out of here. Fast.
You're not going anywhere.
Maddox, what are you doing with that gun?
I'm going to get rid of these two. Two less witnesses and that much more for us. Brick, you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Ortez?
No more kidding.
And Ortez leaps at Maddox, but is shot down. Turning to the divers, Maddox fires again, dropping one of them.
And now, smart guy, I'm taking care of you.
No, you don't. It's Austin. Get him!
Maddox fires at Steve, but Steve moves too fast for him, and the bionic man is on the two treasure hunters in a flash. They fight back desperately, but are no match for the power of his fists. In minutes, the struggle is over, just as a Haitian police boat and a U.S. research vessel with Oscar Goldman aboard pull alongside.
Steve, got your radio message from the beach. You okay?
Oscar, didn't expect to see you. Sure, I'm okay.
What happened here? We heard shots.
Maddox started to shoot up his own men before taking off with Breck and this Spanish treasure.
So this is what they're after all along.
And we'd have made it if it hadn't been for you, Austin. How'd you get away from Mungo?
Takes more than rope and a little voodoo to hold me, friend.
But the Haitian police have the right jail to hold these characters. They don't approve of treasure hunting and murder in their waters.
And in the unlikely event they ever get out of Haiti, the U.S. government has a little case of murder and sabotage against them.
Well, that wraps it up. By the way, Steve, how did you get out to the boat?
Warm tropical breezes, big golden moon shining down, romantic jungle drums in the distance. Did you ever see a better night for a moonlight swim?